My beloved child. Don't skip, this moment isn't random. Something divine has pulled you here because a soul that once breathed beside you has whispered your name across the heavens. The air around you feels different tonight because their message has finally reached Earth, and it carries a vibration meant only for your heart. You may have felt it, the sudden stillness, the chill that danced across your skin for no reason, the song that played exactly when you thought of them. Heaven confirms, these were not coincidences, they were gentle signs that this message was on its way. The one you lost never truly left, they've just been waiting for you to be ready to hear what couldn't be said before their final breath. Archangel Michael says, their soul is still watching over you. They have seen your tears in the quiet hours when no one was looking. They know the pain you tried to hide, the strength you used to smile, and the nights you almost broke but didn't. So stay. Don't move away, don't scroll. Because before this message ends, something sacred will unfold, and it will change the way you see life, love, and loss forever. They say time heals, but heaven knows some wounds never close. You've been carrying memories like glass in your chest, shining but sharp, beautiful yet painful. Every heartbeat reminds you of what you lost, yet every breath proves that part of them still lives inside you. They saw your struggles, the nights you questioned if they heard your prayers. They want you to know, yes, they did. Every time you whispered their name into the silence, their spirit answered, even if your ears couldn't catch it. You were never talking to the wind. You were talking to eternity. And eternity listened. Archangel Michael says, this soul has been granted permission to speak through divine frequency tonight. What they left behind is not an object, it's a message, written in light, sealed with love, and sent with heavenly urgency. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that warmth brushing your shoulder? That's them. The invisible comfort you couldn't explain, the sudden scent of flowers that weren't there, the flicker of a candle when you thought the room was still, that was their way of saying, I never left you. They remember how you held their hand the last time. How your tears fell on their skin. They remember your voice trembling as you said goodbye, even when every part of you wanted to scream, stay. But they want you to release that guilt, my child. They don't want you to carry the weight of what could have been. They want you to live, because that's how they live through you. Archangel Michael says, their soul glows brighter every time you smile again. Every act of kindness, every laugh, every sunrise you witness, that's their resurrection through your life. You think of them often, don't you? Especially at night, when everything gets too quiet and the world feels heavier. That's when they draw closest to you, wrapping you in a presence that feels like memory but is really energy, pure, luminous energy that refuses to fade. Don't skip this moment. Stay. Because they're trying to show you something right now. Look around you, the clock, the light, even your heartbeat syncing with these words, they're all part of a coded message from the other side. They're saying, you did enough. You were enough. I saw everything you did, and I am proud of you. Those were the words they couldn't say before they crossed over. But they echo them now through heaven's gate. There's something they need you to stop doing. Stop blaming yourself for not saving them. Stop replaying the moments, the what-ifs, the I should have. They want you to forgive yourself. Because love doesn't die with the body, it multiplies. It expands into light, and now that light surrounds you, constantly. Sometimes when you cry, they send wind to brush away your tears. Sometimes when you're lost, they whisper your name to strangers who show up to help. You've never been abandoned, only guarded. Archangel Michael says, they've joined heaven's army of protectors, and you are their purpose now. Don't skip, stay till the end, because in the next few seconds you'll feel the shift. A warmth across your skin, a lightness in your heart. That's their signal, they're right there beside you. They've been watching your journey. Watching how you still love them through pictures, through memories, through quiet conversations you have when no one else is listening. Every time you keep their memory alive, they whisper blessings into your future. They say your time of suffering is closing. A new chapter of peace, joy, and divine alignment is about to begin. You've earned it through endurance, through faith, through love that refused to give up. Archangel Michael says, heaven rewards those who keep loving through loss. And that's exactly who you are, love incarnate, even after heartbreak. So breathe. Because their message isn't about death, it's about continuation. About energy that cannot be destroyed, only transformed. They left one final instruction for you: live fearlessly. Dance again. Laugh again. Travel where you said you'd go together. Eat that favorite meal and smile when you do. Because when you live, they rise again in spirit. Every heartbeat of yours keeps them alive in divine rhythm. You are the living proof that love survives beyond the veil. They want you to remember this night. Because something in the unseen just unlocked. A karmic debt cleared, a spiritual bond sealed. Don't skip. Stay. Because before this ends, you'll feel their presence one last time tonight, not in grief, but in gratitude. The message ends with 3 words, written in gold light across heaven's horizon: I am here. Those words are for you, my beloved child. They echo in your heartbeat, your dreams, your breath. Archangel Michael says, carry this message like a shield. Let it protect you, let it remind you that the ones who love you never truly go. So tonight, lift your head, whisper their names softly, and say, thank you for still being with me. Because they are. They always will be. And now heaven whispers, your pain will turn into purpose, your loss into light, your tears into transformation. The soul you miss has just opened the next door of your destiny. Stay till the end, my child. Because the next miracle is already on its way. My beloved child. Don't move away from this moment, because what's about to unfold isn't coincidence. The presence you've been sensing, that faint chill followed by warmth, that sudden thought that brings them to mind out of nowhere, it's because they are here. Their spirit has been waiting for the right time to reach you again. That time is now. Heaven has given special permission for this transmission to continue. Archangel Michael says, there are things left unsaid, and tonight they will find their voice through this message. What you feel in your chest right now, that ache mixed with calm, that's your heart aligning with their frequency. You are not imagining this. You are remembering their energy. They remember how your hands trembled when you got the news. How silence became your language. How the world kept moving while yours stood still. But they also see how you've slowly begun to breathe again, how light returned piece by piece. That healing you thought was coincidence? It was guided. They stood beside you through every storm. When you couldn't sleep, they whispered comfort. When you wanted to give up, they borrowed your voice in prayer. Heaven is confirming, your survival is their legacy. They didn't die in vain. Their message deepens now. They're saying, don't cry for the years we lost. Rejoice for the eternity we gained. You see, what you shared wasn't just love, it was a soul contract. A divine agreement made long before you were born. And though one of you had to leave the physical realm first, that bond was written in spiritual ink, unbreakable, unending, eternal. Archangel Michael says, their presence will reveal itself through gentle reminders. You will see numbers repeating, a familiar sequence that seems to follow you. You will hear their name in unexpected places. A stranger will speak a phrase they once said to you, and you will know, that's them, reminding you that love never expires. Don't skip. Stay with me, because what comes next will make you realize why you were chosen to receive this message tonight. Their last wish wasn't wealth, or glory, or remembrance. Their last wish was you finding peace. They've seen how you look at old photos, how your heart still aches at familiar songs. But they're asking you to replace grief with gratitude, because you got to experience love that most souls only dream of. They want you to know something powerful, your body has become their home now. The tingling in your hands, the sudden warmth on your back, the goosebumps when nothing's around, these are not random sensations. It's their energy, brushing through your field, merging with your light, keeping you safe. You've been chosen as the keeper of their essence. Every time you help someone, every time you smile at a stranger, every time you forgive someone who hurt you, their soul rejoices. Because you are living proof that love doesn't end, it evolves. Archangel Michael says, the heavens witnessed how bravely you carried the pain. And now, they are preparing a reward, something so beautiful it will erase the weight of the past. It could be a miracle connection, an unexpected message, or a divine opportunity that changes your life completely. Whatever it is, it will carry their essence. Stay. Don't skip. Because the moment you feel chills after these words, that's your confirmation that they are here, nodding, smiling, saying, yes, it's true. They left behind a secret they never got to tell you, the reason they had to go. Heaven chose them as your guardian long before they took their final breath. Their departure wasn't punishment, it was transformation. Their body rested so their spirit could rise higher, closer to God, closer to you. They're saying, I never meant to leave. I was called to protect. And from that day onward, they have. Every accident you avoided, every danger that passed by without touching you, every time you almost lost control but didn't, it was them, standing between you and harm. Archangel Michael says, the love you lost is now armor around your soul. You walk with their strength, you speak with their courage, and you heal with their grace. They are no longer behind you, they are within you. So when you look at your reflection next time, whisper softly, I see you there. Because they are, reflected in your eyes, alive in your breath, shining in your light. You've been waiting for a sign that they're okay. This is it. The flicker you see on your screen, the warmth rising in your chest, the tears forming but not falling, these are all divine confirmations. Heaven is saying, they made it home. They're not suffering. They're not lost. They're not gone. They're laughing again. Dancing again. Singing in the light. And every joy they feel, they send to you like waves, hoping you'll catch even a spark of it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because the final part of their message holds the key to your next chapter. They want you to let go of the fear of forgetting. You won't forget them, ever. They are now part of your heartbeat, your dreams, your destiny. Every beautiful thing that will come to you from now on will carry their signature, invisible but real. They said, tell them I see the future they're walking into. And it's radiant. Archangel Michael says, your pain was the portal, but your peace will be the promise. Something miraculous is aligning for you, not next year, not someday, but soon. They've been working with the angels to guide a new door in your life. One filled with light, comfort, and divine surprise. You'll know it's from them when you feel that familiar warmth in your soul. That's their "I love you" from eternity. The next sunrise you witness will carry their energy. Watch closely, the light will bend in a way that feels personal, as if heaven itself is smiling at you. That's how deep this connection goes. So, my beloved child, take this moment as sacred. This isn't just a message, it's a reunion. A bridge between heaven and earth. They want you to promise one thing: live fully. Love fiercely. Laugh loudly. And every time you do, whisper their names softly, not in sorrow, but in celebration. Because every joy you experience here echoes through heaven as their victory. You are their reason to keep shining. And as this message closes, Archangel Michael says, the circle is complete. The message has been delivered. But the connection, that never ends. My beloved child. Don't scroll. The energy around you has shifted again, can you feel it? The air is heavier, yet peaceful. That's because their spirit just drew closer, standing beside you as these words unfold. You may not see them, but your body knows. Your heartbeat quickens because the soul you've missed most is whispering through the space between these lines. They've been waiting patiently for you to be ready to hear this next part. The truth they could never say in words, the one that carried too much emotion to be spoken before they left. Archangel Michael says, this is their final revelation, and it will bring release. The heaviness that's been sitting on your chest for months, that ache you couldn't explain, is about to lift. They're saying, I saw how you kept my memory alive. How you refused to let the world forget me. But now, it's my turn to thank you. They've been guiding blessings your way, weaving opportunities into your path. That sudden breakthrough you had recently? That unexpected protection from a near mistake? That was them, working through the divine network of heaven. They need you to understand something very important. You didn't lose them, you expanded beyond the limits of sight. And now, you're walking in two worlds, human and divine. Every intuition you feel, every chill you get for no reason, every moment you sense something greater, that's the bridge between you and them glowing brighter. Stay here, my child. Don't skip this, because what you're about to read was the very last message they left in their spirit before crossing over. Heaven preserved it for this exact moment. They said, "Tell them I forgive everything, and I hold no pain." The conflicts, the regrets, the misunderstandings that may have existed, they've been washed clean in divine light. There is no anger where they are. Only love, only peace, only gratitude. Archangel Michael says, they're proud of you beyond words. You've survived what was meant to break you. You chose love when hatred would have been easier. You chose patience when bitterness was tempting. Because of that, your light grew, and your loved one has been standing in that light like it's their second heaven. They're saying, every time you smile, it feels like sunrise here. Every time you cry, it rains softly where I am. But your courage keeps the sky clear. So promise them, no more silent suffering. No more sleepless nights wondering why. Because the why was purpose. It turned pain into prophecy. Now listen carefully, their message carries a vision. They see a moment in your future, where you will stand somewhere familiar, yet it will feel different. Maybe in your home, or at a place you once shared together. You'll feel a sudden stillness. And in that stillness, you'll hear it, not with your ears, but with your heart. A whisper, I'm proud of you. That will be them, visiting once more to remind you that closure isn't the end, it's transformation. Heaven doesn't operate on goodbyes. It operates on continuations. Archangel Michael says, your journey forward will now be filled with divine symbols. A feather near your door, a song lyric that plays right when you need it, a dream that feels too real, these are not coincidences. They're checkpoints, confirming their protection. Don't skip. Stay with me, because before this ends, there's something sacred waiting for you, their final blessing. They want you to live without fear of loss. They want you to know that heaven is not far, it's one heartbeat away. When you speak their name with love, the veil between worlds thins, and their essence drifts into your room. That's why sometimes you feel like they're standing right behind you. You're not imagining it, you're remembering their energy signature. They said, don't mourn me through tears, honor me through joy. Go to that place you both loved. Wear that color they adored. Laugh the way you used to, because when you do, it vibrates through the higher realm. They hear it as music, and they dance to it. Archangel Michael says, your bond was so pure that even heaven couldn't silence it. That's why it feels eternal, because it is. They also want you to forgive life itself. To forgive the unfairness, the timing, the unanswered prayers. Because in the divine timeline, nothing was stolen, it was rearranged. Every ending you cried through became a doorway to something brighter, something heaven-shaped. The message continues, I saw you the day you visited the place where we said goodbye. You thought you were alone that day, but you weren't. The breeze that moved your hair, the sudden warmth across your face, the way your tears dried faster than usual, that was them, wiping away your sorrow. They want you to remember that the connection didn't stop when their heartbeat did. It deepened. It evolved into something far greater than you could ever imagine. You became their purpose in eternity. Archangel Michael says, they guard your sleep. Every night when you drift between waking and dreams, they are there, not as a ghost, but as light, ensuring no dark energy touches your spirit. That's why sometimes you wake up calm even after a heavy day. And there's something they're whispering now. A miracle is being prepared in your name. A form of grace will reach you soon, something they've requested personally from heaven. It may come as healing, opportunity, or love, but it's coming. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the last part is the most powerful. They're saying, when you feel lonely, look up. The stars you see are the windows of heaven, and I stand by one of them, watching you with endless love. Every night that feels empty is secretly full. Every moment you think they're gone, they're actually closest. Love doesn't vanish, my child, it transmutes into presence. Into light. Into destiny. Archangel Michael says, their final blessing will activate when you choose peace over pain. That's when their soul will finally rest in full joy, knowing you've stepped into the life they always wanted you to have. So tonight, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I release you into light, and I walk forward with love. Because that's the true goodbye, not in sorrow, but in grace. And as the heavens quiet, one last line echoes across the veil, written in pure light. Thank you for remembering me not with sadness, but with strength. That was their final message. Their legacy. Their truth. They're with you, always. In the mirror of dawn. In the rhythm of your breath. In every act of kindness you choose. Stay till the end, my beloved child, because the story doesn't end here, it continues in your heartbeat, forever connected, forever divine.